you can get drinks for your scholarship.
That's the only place I discovered you can spend
study
an
in Italy, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna and this is Nora, my first guest on here. I'm a student at Politecnico di Milano and so is Nora. I only came here in September, but you've been here for like 5 years, yeah. So today is all about scholarships. So I know a lot of you out there are probably interested in scholarship opportunities. Nora has the DSU scholarship and I have a merit-based scholarship. We're going to talk a little bit about those today so you know the difference, how to apply, and so you get better chances at getting one too. So first things first, DSU. So we'll start with you, Nora. What is DSU? How did you apply it? And what do you get from it?
DSU is the scholarship that anyone can apply as long as you are studying Politecnico. And I've been here since bachelor, so I had 3 years of a scholarship for my bachelor. Wait, no.
I'll do like a loading icon.
I had actually 2 years of DSU because the first years is a bit harder to get. You need to pass the entrance exam with a relatively high score. So for that you need to be basically like among top 10 or something.
So this is for bachelor?
Yeah, this is for bachelor. So as long as you get 40 CFU for the first semester and the 50 CFU for the second semester, you can get the DSU without a problem. For the international students, we need to do some documents that's in Italy that's called ISEE. It's the ISEE. So that's what Italian government used to verify your family income and your economical state, basically. So let's say you are applying for Politecnico this November, but in order to get the DSU for this year, you have to apply the ISEE half a year ago. So before knowing you're gonna get admitted, you have to apply your ISEE. Also, if you get a DSU, they give you the amount of scholarship depends on your ISEE too, which means that the lower income your family is, the higher chance you will get a full scholarship.
Do you know what like what the lowest amount is to the highest amount which you can get with DSU?
Yes. Well, now actually have just writes the amount of the scholarship. Before, for the full scholarship, it's in total 5,000 per year, 5,000 euro per year, and now it's around 7,000 euro per year.
Okay.
So which makes a half scholarship 3,500 euro. But you don't get everything just
at once
in your account. You get paid twice, so at the beginning and the end of the academic year. Oh, which also an important thing is that if you don't manage to arrive the CFU that I mentioned, the minimum request, you have to give back the scholarship,
money,
which can be really bad. Like my friend, when they had to return the DSU, like it's
like 7,000 euros.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing for mine. I'll get into merit-based scholarships later, but for any scholarship I think you get, if you don't reach like the certain requirement, which isn't like super hard, but like don't up your studies if you want to keep your scholarship.
And for who gets DSU, there is also extra offer. So the school also provide accommodations in the residency, which is like a little bit hard to get. You have to be really punctual and lucky to get it. But if you do, you can all your rent of the year is paid.
Really? Yeah. So you don't have to give your DSU money for the accommodation?
You get half of the DSU because they take half away, but you don't have to pay the rent of all the year, which is super good.
That's really good because Milan is expensive. Yeah,
and if they provide you the residence and they take the money from your scholarship, you're basically paying like 250 per month, which is like not even half of what you normally pay for
rent.
Yeah.
And you also get money to spend every day, right, for meals.
Yeah, so among the full scholarship, there you don't get everything in your account because there's a part of it that counts every day. And for the full one is €5, and for the half one, I think it's €4 or €4.50. That money you have to spend it every day only on food in the some certain points that you can spend DSU. So around the school there are many cooperation that with our uni, like supermarket or restaurant, that you can use that.
And usually they also have like a flyer outside saying like, oh, we accept DSU, so DSU. You can get your food there and not pay out of your own pocket.
Yeah. However, in supermarket you can only get the food product. If you get let's say a napkin, they are not gonna accept your DSU.
Oh, just food.
So it's very strict. Okay. You have they want to make sure people only spend on food, and not alcohol. But the drinks are okay.
Wait, for real? Oh, soft drinks. I thought you meant like drinks like in the bar.
No, man. Oh, but you can actually get the aperitivo in the school's bar.
Oh, with the DSU, yeah. Okay, so you can get drinks for your scholarship.
That's the only place I discovered you can spend money
in Italy, guys. So moving on, I'm going to talk a little bit about the merit-based scholarships, which are a little bit different. So for the merit-based scholarships, there's 3 different tiers. So you can either get the silver, which is just the tuition fee waiver. So normally tuition is like, how much?
800?
No, I think it depends. It's like 800.
Oh yeah, it depends on your ESET. It's the thing I mentioned.
So it depends on your parents'
income. From 800 to 3,000.
3,000 euros. So if you get the silver scholarship, you won't have to pay the university fees. If you get the gold, you don't have to pay university fees, so you also get the tuition fee waiver plus 5,000 euros, which you can spend on your accommodation. For platinum, you get 10,000 euros plus tuition fee waiver. So I was lucky to get the top one, which covers most of my living costs.
I've never heard this much money.
But in the land of money goes quick. Those of you that have seen my previous videos would know that the first time I applied to Polimi, I didn't even get in. So like the second time I applied, I got in and I got a scholarship. So like I know kind of what works and what doesn't work just based on like, the first time I didn't get in with a slightly different application, the second time I did. And also when I applied was important because the second time I applied super early in the first intake, whereas the first time I applied in the second intake. What I believe happens with merit-based scholarships is that they basically dish them out to the first like people that apply. So if you're late, you're unlikely to get one.
I applied like the one day before the deadline. So
for what? For the DSU?
No, for the application, master application. Maybe that's why I didn't.
Then it's probably unlikely. So according to the university website, they judge who gets these scholarships by GPA, by the motivational letter, and by your portfolio. So the first year and second year, my portfolios are really similar, but the second year I did have some extra work experience, so I put in some projects from that, which might have helped. My motivational letter the second year was also a bit better, and I targeted more at like why I want to study in Polimi. I mentioned like, oh, I want to take part in design week and things like that. So if you can really mention specific things that you want to experience while you're here, which by the way, we do have classes during design week, but that's a whole nother story, so I didn't get to see that much of it. But yeah, so if you do want to get the merit-based ones, really focus on getting your motivational letter and portfolio and your references and everything up to the top standard, because essentially that's what they're going by. There is no interview to get into Polimi, so you won't have a chance to like sell yourself in real life. And I also read somewhere that apparently they prioritize the younger students with the merit-based scholarships.
Really?
So for example, if someone has the same number of points as me, or the same GPA, or the same level of portfolio, and let's say for example I'm older than the other person, then they're gonna give the scholarship to the younger one. To be honest, I don't agree with this, because it's like, what if there's a mature student that really, cares to get in and needs financial aid, and they don't get it? So I think that's all for today. I hope we could help you guys to understand what different scholarship opportunities are available. There are a few more, so do check out the university website, but I believe DSU and Merit-based scholarships are the most popular ones. We hope you get in, and we hope you get a scholarship too. All the best from us, and see you next time. you.